Everybody. Yes, how's it going? Good, good, good. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you guys keep taps until I'm done with the readings today? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm just waiting for a little bit more people to come in and then I'll start. I had to take a nap today. I was pretty tired after doing those readings over the radio. Sometimes it just drains you out. Thank you guys for keeping those taps up. I do appreciate that. Hi, everybody. Showing up. Hi, Duck Rider. Hi, everybody. You're welcome. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Lady Godiva from California. Everybody just showing up. My day is good, thank you. Thanks, Doc Red. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's been. Sometimes I get like that. I'll struggle with readings either on here or when I'm doing free readings on here or on the radio. It's really crazy. And what happens is when I was doing those readings for the first lady, she was indecisive, and then her reading, I don't know what was going on. I couldn't connect with her. I don't know if it was her mom or grandma. Another one, her energy was just, I don't know what was going on, and you guys remember that. And then when I kept asking her, is this her mom? No, and then she starts crying more and more, and I don't know, just the energy was just getting weird. And I'm like, all right, I don't. And I said, and I told her, I think it is your mom because obviously you'll be reacting this way if it wasn't. So I think she was very skeptical and probably freaked her out a little bit. I don't know. Hi, everybody. Hello from Belfast, Ireland. Welcome from Louisiana. So you guys, all I ask is that you guys keep the taps going. That's what keeps me going. I'm probably gonna get a lot of people in here. I always do. Hi, Karen. Thanks for coming. No, don't worry, you're good. Paco is helping me. So you guys have really cool moderators in here, Paco and Karen, and I'm going to try to get somebody else in here to be my moderator. I haven't had time to do it yet, but I'm going to add another person. They always keep helping me. Thanks you guys for helping me. They always volunteer their time, so I always appreciate them. So I got a few things that are going on. For people that are subscribers or people who are who did already have subscribed, Tuesday will be your day on here between, I think, 2, when I say between 3 and 4 Mountain Time, I'll be on here just for you guys. And thank you for my rosary beads. And so that's basically what I'll be on here for them, for those guys for subscribers. And I'll probably eventually maybe do one free reading for each person. One small reading for each person eventually on that. I don't know. I'm thinking about how I'm going to work around it. So I'm kind of new to all the subscribing stuff, so it just came out. Hi, everybody. So also, if anybody's interested in this, I have something else that's coming up. So I know some people always have these questions they ask me all the time, and I don't have time to answer them. So here's the thing: if you guys want a question answered, I can connect with your spirit guide or your guides, and for each question, it's $10. And all you have to do is message me on here, for instance. And just tell me your first and last name and your question. And if it's been paid, you say paid. And I'll go back and check on it to see if you paid. And right here's where you would. This is my, what is it called? My Venmo. Hold on, I gotta type it out here. My Venmo and my Cash App name on here. Okay. So if you're interested in that, at any point, you guys can do that, and I'll answer you within 24 hours. Um, we gotta type it out here. It's right there, you guys. Thank you. So if you're interested in a question, that's how you do it on here. Just ask the question. If it's been paid, say paid, but please pay the $10 on the Cash App or the Venmo, and I'll go back and double check it. And within 24 hours, I will definitely go and answer your question for you. One question for each person. So if you want me to connect with your spirit guide, and you have questions about certain things that are going on in your life, I can connect directly to your spirit guide, and they'll be able. Thank you, Karen. Right there, she's helping me out. So Karen just posted that. So if you guys are interested in that, at any point, just message me on here. Hey, Paco. Thank you for coming. So his mother moderator. So if you guys would do that, that would be great. If you guys are interested in any of that. It's one question for $10, and you just message me on here. Okay. So if you guys need, so let me see what's going on here. All right, so basically that's what I'm doing here. Those are the two things I'm doing so far. Things for the subscribers. So Tuesdays will be your day, and then $10 for one question for $10, and you just put money on my Cash App. It's $10, and then I will be able to answer it within 24 hours. And everybody just showing up. All right, I'm going to start here very quickly and see where I'm going. Okay. Well, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see.
What?
Hello?
Hello. I'm trying to
Hi.
turn the camera on for her. Here you go.
Hello.
Okay, hi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Have I done a reading for you before?
No.
Okay, what's your first name?
Donna.
Donna.
Yes.
And who do you want me to connect with?
I'm sorry.
Who would you like me to connect with?
My father.
Sorry for your what was his first and last name?
Lee Turnquist.
What is it?
Elmer Lee Turnquist.
Elmer.
Lee. Lee.
Okay.
Turnquist. Turnquist.
Turnquist.
Yes.
Have you had a reading before?
No.
All right, so when did he pass away? Sorry for your loss.
11/28.
So when I do connect with him, he's going to show himself to me looking young, and that's how I deliver that message, because that's how they are in heaven. They're not the way you remember them. You understand that? He's going to come and then he's going to tell you what you need, not what you want to hear. So they're not here to talk about good old days, normal conversation. You understand that?
I
A lot of times
understand.
it's about healing and validation is what they want to tell me, and that's all I'm getting. Because all I do is ask the questions because I don't know these people on their side, and that's all I do and they just deliver, and I just deliver the message. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, before I start, does he have dad or grandpa with that name in heaven as well?
Yes.
Okay. So is he the third, a second, or what?
Second.
Sometimes they don't. They just come through.
He,
So
he would be the stronger one, my father.
I know, but it's just how it is up there. I can't control it. Whether it be strong or not, they
Okay.
do jump in. They're
Okay.
not going to slip. If another one jumps in, it's not. It's out of my hands. I can't control what they're going to say.
Okay.
There's a gentleman that comes forward. They always look young. He's like in his 20s, short, dark brown hair, wears a hat. He has a mustache. Is that him?
Yes.
Long sleeve, button up collared shirt.
Yes.
Oh, this guy's straight to the point. I'm already picking up on that. Like, he's no nonsense kind of guy. He's straight to the point. Am I correct?
Yes.
He doesn't even have to say it. I just picked up on that energy. I'm sorry he never got to say goodbye to you the way he wanted to, and he wants you to forget how he died because you keep thinking of him being sick, like when he passed away, because that's not where he's at, and that's killing you, and that's not what he wants you to be at. He wants you to remember him this way and how he loved you and live, not how he died. He's saying it's a process with everybody, and everybody's got to go through it, but you got to find a way of dealing with it because there's life outside of this, and when you're stuck in that area, you're beating yourself up for no reason. And he's saying, why are you doing that? He says he doesn't want his girl to go through all that again. It's like, you're still mourning after all this time, but I'm already gone. I can't get through sometimes. Every time you think of me, you think of me this way. So I can't get through to let you know I'm there. So he goes, you're the one making it stuck. And you ask why these questions like, why isn't Dad coming to me? Why is he going to you? Why are you getting the dreams? Why is Dad doing that?
Yeah.
Because I've been doing these things and you're not paying attention and I can't get through. Your energy's too low. I can't match your energy. So when a spirit says that, heaven, their energy is way higher than ours down here. But with your morning, you're bringing your energy lower. He can't match that. So it repels it. And he's got to wait until you heal up. And the only way you're going to heal it is know the truth and not dwell in his death, because you're just allowing yourself to be that way. And that's spirits want you to get out.
Okay. We heard birds, me and my daughter, after he passed, hours after he passed, me and my daughter heard birds in the middle of the night. Was that him? It was loud. It was really loud. And we seen angels when he was passing. That's him.
Don't tell me too much, because you're already telling me too much. That's usually spirit tells me that. That's how I get the validation. But yes, it was him. He said with the birds. So pay attention to cardinals. He does come as birds. He said cardinals because it's the only way you're going to notice it, because you don't pay attention to the things he's saying he's doing, because he goes, why even bother? I tell you what I do because you're not going to get it. That's why it's wasting my breath. But then he says, I do also come to her as pay attention to like male, those deers with the big horns. I can't, the bull elk, or I'm going to say it's bull elk, or what that means. So that was Rick suggests that your dad was either a hunter or he's just like a protector, leader. You like that personality type. So when you run into these things and it feels like your dad is him, it doesn't mean it's always them when these things are around, but you'll know when they get your attention. Your dad always likes things that were simple in his life, so he built a regular, simple cabin out there, nothing big or glorious, he said, out in the woods, and this is where he's at.
Okay.
I said, how many dogs you got? 3 to 5, so that would tell me that these dogs are his or his family. But sometimes these dogs, when he says 3 to 5, that means some of these dogs just come and go. probably waiting for a family member to come through. We'll just take care of them.
We have 5 dogs. We have actually Dobermans. And we just had puppies, so it'd be 7. But 5, yes, 5 puppies. He likes the puppies.
When he passed, you got his wallet, or you had his wallet? Wallet.
Huh?
When he passed, do you have his wallet?
Yes.
What do you want to? Some of his own clothing, he said. But what do you want to ask or say to him?
What do you want to ask or say to him?
I love you, Dad. I miss you. You're my best friend.
You talk to me every day like you do, and don't worry about how I am.
I know he comes in the morning and at night. I know he does. I see
He
him.
sits at the kitchen drinking his coffee.
Yeah.
He says he loves you and he's waving goodbye for now.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Did that help you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I do readings. So if you guys are interested in a private reading, a half hour is 85. You just as phone, and an hour is 155 Zoom or phone. And the best way to message me is under my bio. So my picture on there, there's a link. That's the best way of connecting with me on that page, so I can schedule with you. You can message me on here, but nobody really ever focuses on the reciprocating when I schedule readings for them on TikTok. Everybody wants me to schedule on here, but nobody goes back and goes with the rest of it. So please, the best way is on my Facebook page. Hi, everybody. Please keep the taps going. I appreciate that. The taps keep me going and staying longer on here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's nobody was there. Try again. All right, you guys. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys the rules on here. If you guys want me to connect with the loved one, and you guys get on the video, make sure you know how to start the video. Second of all, if you've done a reading for me on here or in real life, step aside and allow somebody else to do it. And please don't lie to me on here, because I will find out, and then I'll call you out on it. No, I'll probably embarrass you because you're trying to make me look foolish, and I'll be the one winning. So don't make me look foolish. Hi, what's your name?
Lorraine.
Lorraine, have I done a reading for you?
Yes, you have.
Sorry.
I don't know how long
Yeah,
it was, but it was for
I gotta.
my son.
I'm sorry. I gotta move on to the next person. I'm sorry. I gotta do the rules. Rules are rules. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Sorry. You're welcome. Thank you. So that's what you guys. If you guys are on here waiting for a reading, please step aside to allow somebody else to do it. If you want to do a paid reading, like this is free readings are just for people that never got a chance, so or can't afford it or need a reading. But thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, 1 second.
Thank you for the gifts. Hi, what's your name?
Charlene.
Have I done a reading for you?
No.
And who do you want me to connect with? Sorry for your loss. How long has it been?
How long has it been?
Yeah.
A year and a half.
What's his first and last name?
Tommy Tyndall.
Can you spell his last name?
Tindle.
Kindle? Did I say it right?
Tyndall. Tindle.
Kindle. Yeah, Kindle. Okay. I just want to make sure. And so, is there another person with that same name up in heaven, like a grandpa or dad,
His father.
has the same name?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said to the lady before, sometimes another family member may jump in, like a dad or the grandpa with that name. And there's some people, these spirits are just stubborn. No matter how many times I ask them to step aside, they won't. And usually they jump in when I ask them to show themselves. So I'm hoping that the other one stays aside and I connect with directly to him. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it works. I'm never going to be accurate on that one, but I'll do my best. And then I also understand that when I do connect with him, he's going to show himself to me looking in his 20s. I don't see them the way you remember when he died. I don't see them old, bald, gray, overweight. I don't see them on their deathbed. I don't see them addicted. I don't see nothing wrong with them. Everybody's perfect on the other side. He gets renewed. So when I see him this way, you should always remember him this way, because this is how he's going to be in real life, okay? And Spirit will only
Okay.
give you messages that you need, not what you want to hear. That basically means that spirits are not here to talk about the good old days. They're not here to talk about normal conversation. It's about healing and validation. It's obviously, because I don't know who these spirits are. I just ask questions to get validation. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's Tommy Tyndall Jr.
He's a junior. Yep.
I'm gonna say it that way. I'm hoping I get the right spirit. Was this something with his heart?
No.
Because he's saying he died away so suddenly at that moment. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, it could have been. We really don't
Like
know
here?
if it was. Yeah, it was there though.
So when a spirit grabs themselves like this, I always assume it's the heart. It could have been COVID. It could have been the breathing thing. But he said he died. He was some kind of quick at that moment. He didn't feel anything like it. He's telling me that it was his time. So God gives a lot of us a time period. So none of us know when we're going to go. Nothing's guaranteed. We're going to live a long life. You understand that?
Yes.
You guys always made jokes with each other. Always made each other laugh. So in spirit, he's trying to do the same thing to you. He's when he visits you, he's like a jokester around your house. He's not trying to scare you. He's laughing when he's doing it, hoping you would laugh with him. But sometimes he likes to mess with your hair. So if you're sensitive, if somebody touching your usually at the back of the nape of the neck back here, you feel like something's messing there, or anywhere, he's just saying, I like to play with their hair. So if you feel like somebody is doing something, it's usually your husband if you're feeling it. There were times in the living room where the lights had flickered or they were dimming. I don't know if you remembered that after he passed away. He's talking about that. So that was him. He visited you in the dream and dreams in the past. This guy liked to laugh a lot.
Yeah.
And he wants you to get back to where you were, where you guys were best friends. You guys were the same. He wants you to laugh. He misses that. Everybody misses that with you, he's telling me. You're not the same. Because when he passed away, he took your heart as well and it tore you up. And now you feel like you're lost. But he's never left you. You have to remember that. It feels like they're gone forever. They're not. You can talk to them. They're always there. Every time we think of them, talk to them or talk about them, they're always with us, all right? So don't lose hope in that. Try to get yourself healed and be back, because he wants that too. Your family, everybody loves you, wants you to be that way. So he comes to me in his 20s, and he's very healthy where I see him. And I see him wearing like a white t-shirt. Seems like a white t-shirt. He's smiling. Dark brown hair, short dark brown hair. He's wearing a hat. And I see him outside. Is this him?
Yep.
Two dogs are with him, he tells me. He's built you a beautiful house out in the country when it's your turn. And he says it's going to be exactly what you want. It's a place you talked to him about. I think either you drove by somewhere, you told him about this house. You saw it somewhere and like, this is the house I want to live in. And he heard you. And he remembered that house. So that house that you remember him talking to you about is in heaven now. It's created for you. You still wear the ring? What's going on? Why is he showing me the ring on your hand? Did you just take it off or something?
Yeah.
Was it just recently?
It's been a few months.
Were you having a hard time with getting that ring off? You didn't want to? Because you're sitting there going like this, like you don't know what you should do, fidgeting? You got his blessing. He wants you to be happy. He said you did the right thing. Because I know I'll always be in your heart. It's interesting. I'm seeing like, okay, I don't know what I'm seeing. See, when spirits show me things, sometimes it's so quick. I'll see things for like 2 or 3 seconds and it's gone. So what I'm seeing is like a candle, like a white candle being lit. Like it was right in front of my eyes and then it was gone. I don't know what that was about. It was like gone. And then I don't know what that means to you. I don't know if somebody was lighting candle for him in his memory and talking to him, or there's something between you two and that white candle. If that makes any sense to you. So there's something with the white candle. I can't remember it, but it was very distinct in my vision. So I got to throw it out there when I'm seeing stuff. You collect things sometimes. You collect things. Is it
Yep.
like bears or something with the bear or something with the bear? Keep getting the word bear, bear.
Yep.
And he told me that you have. So I said, "What does your wife have of yours?" I don't know. And the spirits sometimes they're just vague with stuff. They're like, "Oh, yeah, they always have my." I always hear the first thing they say is my male clothing or something. And then I heard him say something with a jacket. I thought he said blue or teal or something. I don't. If you have the jacket, the blue jacket, I don't know. But then I kept saying, "Be more specific. I need something. I'm trying to grasp for some more, you know." And then he goes, "She collects bears. I gave her bears or
Yep.
something." So there's no way for me to know that.
Nope.
Did that blow your mind?
Yeah, I did.
So he knows. He would visit you as a blue jay. Pay attention to those. But he says if you're ever out in the country, you don't have to be Native American to have it. It just fits his personality. If you think about how a fox is, they're shy, they're funny, they're just playful, and that's how he was in life. So when you see a fox like that and it's giving you your attention, just pay attention. It could be him saying, "I'm right here." It's a spirit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
The packages. Is there anything else you want me to ask him or say to him? Just saying everything goes, honey. Everything is going to be okay. Don't worry so much, because I know you're going through a lot. He's saying something about the pain that you have. I don't know if it's physical pain or mental pain or what he's talking about, but he's saying the pain that you have within you is all up to you. You understand that?
Yep.
Because I'm always here. I've never left you. Remember the good times. That's where I want to live. So love you, sweetheart. Or sweetie, let's wave goodbye. It's back in the light. Look like a young 20 or 19-year-old guy is when I see him. That's what they show themselves to me, always looking young. Does that sound like him?
Yeah, that was him to a T.
That it's kind of blows your mind.
Yeah, especially knowing that I collect bears.
Yeah, I mean, I was really struggling for that one. But yeah, he was like, "I'm like, come on, give me something more tangible." You know, a lot of times
Mm.
it's just kind of like sometimes they'll just say it like that. But sometimes I have to dig harder if they're willing to. Sometimes they're willing to tell me, sometimes they're not. So I'm just the messenger. Thank you for allowing me to do this, and God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you guys, this is how I do readings. Reading always giving validation. Validation is the truth. So if I'm giving validation of things only her and her husband know that I don't know, that's validation right there. There's no way for me to know that he bought collectibles or bears for her. There's no way for me to know that, you know. And it's interesting. Like when I do readings, it's always that one thing that blows people out of the mind. It could be one thing that I say that the spirit's thrown out of me, and I describe to a T what the person will look like. It's always either that or something like that. It's always that one little thing, and it just blows them out of their mind. So that's how I do readings. I'm always trying to deliver as much truth as I can. The more humble you are as a medium, the more easier it is for the reading to get through as a medium. And that's why I always like to pray and ask God to keep my ego at bay when I do readings, because I know where the truth is, and I don't want to screw that up, with lies or, stupid stuff over my own ego. I don't believe in any of that anyways. Make sure you guys follow me also. I appreciate that. Keep those taps going, because the taps are the ones that keep me going. Really quick, let me tell you guys before I start the next reading. So I do have something going on coming up. People that are subscribing to me, Tuesdays are your days. So I think it's between 3 and 4 Mountain Time. Mountain Time, I'll be on here doing just maybe hanging out with you guys, maybe doing one reading once in a while for you guys, one short reading. So it's my way of saying thank you for subscribing. Also on here, if you guys are interested, I can answer one question for $10. And all you have to do is just pay me on my Venmo or my Cash App. And all you have to do is on here just put your first and last name, ask what the question is, and then if you paid, say paid, and I'll go check. If you paid, I will answer that within 24 hours, and that's what I do. It could be any kind of question. I wouldn't say like a medium reading. I mean, just stuff that's going on with you. If you have questions of, something going on in your life, or you want something you're always curious about, I can answer those questions. And right here, I'll post information on how to do that really quick. Give me 1 second before I go on to the next reading. Hi, Gandhi. Okay, let me see if I can do that. I'll have to type all this again. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I just got to type it all out. I thought I copied this. So it's a Venmo and my Cash App. It's the same. So you just give me 1 second. I'm just typing this out really quick. So there it is. If you guys are interested in one question, so if you have 2 questions, $20. 4 questions, $40. You know what I'm saying? And just I can ask as many questions, but for each question this is $10. But make sure you pay me ahead, and then type on there that you paid me, and then I can do that for you. Because I know a lot of people on here always ask me questions like one word, just like one question, and then I don't get a chance to answer them. So I'm not trying to ignore you. This is the best way I can think of doing it. So that's how I would do it. So let me see who the next person is. Thank you for pinning that. Appreciate it. Withdrawal. What does that mean? Something. This is weird. All right, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to figure this out here. Give me 1 sec. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Never mind. Excuse me. Hello?
Hello?
I'm just waiting for you to get on so I can start.
How do I show? Do you need me to show my face? I've never done it before. I'm new on live.
Yes, that's why I do it this way. So just read what Paco's writing on in there, and that but please don't let me please don't let me wait too long because I start losing numbers. So
I understand. What do I click? Oh, no, that says to leave live. How do I put my picture?
if you just read what he's posting there, he's posting how to do it.
Tap interact, then edit pencil icon, then camera and save. Tap interact. Where's interact? Oh my God, Paul, I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
I've
I don't get
never
on that
done
side.
this.
Usually, I'm on the other side, so I don't know how it works on your side.
I know, I'm sorry.
Just trying to show you.
Tap interact. I'm looking for it. I feel bad. I'm not finding
Don't feel bad.
I'm not modify live status setting. Live status setting.
So you guys in the future, please know how to start the camera before you come on here. That's kind of important because I start losing numbers. Also, important is if I've had a reading with me before, please step aside so somebody else can come on.
Go ahead and I'll step aside. I apologize and I will try and learn how to do it.
Are you sure? If you
don't
figure
know
it out,
what
come
to
right back
do,
on again, okay?
All right, I see the message again. Oh no, that's not it. Let me see if I can find it.
All right.
I'll try one more time and I appreciate you.
Are you okay?
Interact. Where is interact? Oneness Paco. Where to find the interact? Tap the camera, hit save. But I don't see the camera. Aw. There's no camera button for me, guys. I see a microphone. That's it.
Somebody says up top. Try that one.
I'll look up top. That's a celebrate. I don't want to celebrate. I'm sorry, Paul. I don't want to take you away from anybody. Go ahead. It's okay.
All right. How come somebody's asking why I don't do readings without the camera off? Because I do validation this way. That's why I do it this way.
I understand. I've been watching you for years.
All right. Well, thank you.
God bless you.
Follow me on my
Paul.
Facebook page because I do readings on there as well, and I don't do the videos.
Okay, honey. God bless.
Thank you. God bless. Jenny, are you there?
You still have me.
Oh, I'm just waiting for you to exit. You.
I just found the camera. I just found the camera.
Oh, shoot. All right. I hope nobody else jumps in here.
I'm so
Sorry. Okay, what's your name?
Lorraine Grande.
Have I done a reading for you?
No, I've been watching you for a couple of years. My first.
Okay. Have you had a reading before?
With you?
Anybody?
Yes.
Who? I mean, was it like a medium reading?
It was like a medium reading with somebody on TikTok. I didn't
Was it
get much
accurate?
information.
Was it accurate?
Partly.
So the reason I'm saying that is if you want me to connect with that same spirit and that spirit gave you the message you were supposed to have, my reading won't be as important as that reading, and I can't control that. You understand
That's
that?
okay, Paul. I feel like I trust you.
It's not that you trust me. I'm just saying I'm doing the best I can what I'm delivering the message because that's how it works up there. It's not what I do. Does that
I
make
do
sense to you?
It does.
All right.
It does.
Who do you want me to connect with?
My husband, Antonio Grande.
When did he pass?
January 10th this year.
Does he have a dad or a grandpa with that same name?
I don't know.
Okay. If somebody jumps in, I won't be able to know, but hold on. He wants you to stop late at night wondering about how he died again. And he's kind of getting frustrated with that because that's not where he's at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They want you to remember them how they lived, and that's the healing message. And you need to try to practice that. And practice in a moment and what he's going to show himself. Because when you do that, you're only hurting yourself. That's just a bad memory. It's not where he's at now.
I understand.
So this was like a health related thing.
Yeah.
So he's saying he kind of like there's a little bit of suffering before he died, but it's nothing he couldn't handle. He felt uncomfortable, but towards the end it was gone. Like he was already out of his body before the body expired. So if you were with him at that moment, or if you've seen something that wasn't with him, does that make sense? That was the body expiring.
Yes.
You're always in the kitchen, so he knows you're in there. So he tries to make noises in the kitchen. So pay attention to the noises. I don't know if you've heard him, but he's making noises in there.
Okay.
Dreams.
I haven't had any dreams lately at all.
So I know spirits don't lie. It's just because you're blocking him out. That's probably because that's why he came in so strong to tell you that you need to heal yourself so he can get through more. Pay attention to the hawk. He visits you through the hawk.
Through the what?
Blue jays and hawks.
Okay.
You're not seeing anything because you're not allowing yourself to heal. So everything that he's telling you, you're not going to understand or get because you're still mourning. And when you're mourning, you're blocking yourself out from all the messages that need to be done, the true healing that you need to do.
Okay.
So when you're going through so much mourning, you can go through depression, and it's harder for them to get through more. because we allow ourselves to get to that point, and we don't want to fix that. Does that make sense?
It does. It's so hard, though.
It is hard to lose somebody. It's not easy, but we got to. But they don't. I think the healing part of the message, what he keeps wanting to tell you, to stop thinking him how he died. It's okay to miss them.
It's because
And
I
but that,
blamed myself.
is that what's keeping you up at night?
Probably because he snuck out and I didn't wake up in time.
He went like that. He goes, knock it off. He goes like this. Knock it off. That's how he said it.
I believe you.
He goes, it was my time. He goes, knock that off. He goes, it was my time.
Okay.
He goes, you can't fight God. He goes, nothing. I didn't know. Nobody knows when we're going to go.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
It was just my time. That you could have done anything anyways because of the timing. He keeps saying the timing was so quick. You couldn't, no matter what you've done, call 911 if you would have drag him to the car or whatever, to the emergency room. You wouldn't have been able to do it. So God would have got him before then. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So you got to forgive yourself and not think about it anymore. Just don't stay up late at night worrying about that anymore.
Okay. I look terrible.
He comes to me, short, dark, black hair, short, dark, black or brown hair, short sleeve, button-up collared shirt, and he's smiling. He tells me he's got cats with him, so I don't know if they're his or somebody else's in the family. Get the number 2 cats. Did he live on a ranch or like on a farm or something?
No, he lived in Manila, Philippines, but his father owned horses.
No, yeah, don't say anymore because I'm going to tell you what. That's why I'm asking that, because I'm seeing what looked like a donkey or it was like a small horse. I couldn't see if there was a horse head over there. Could have been a donkey horse. That's why I was asking that, because he had these animals up there with him. So the animals, like our horses and pets, are with us when we cross into the light. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He's built you guys both a beautiful house out in the country. Everything that you ever wanted is there, but he goes, when you get here, we won't be spending much time here. You were married to him for a very long time.
Almost
He
39
wants you to
years.
remember that picture of when you guys got married, or if you have, yeah, I think so. You're showing me the time when you guys got married. This is how he looks now. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So pull up that wedding picture. That way you know that he's young, and that's how he is up there. That's
Okay.
what he's trying to show me. It's out that he's trying to show that to me to tell you so that you can grab that picture and talk to him that way, to know that he's okay.
Okay.
He's laying down a rose for you. All right, so when he passed away, I keep seeing rosary beads. Do you have his beads, or did you give him? So that makes sense. You have his rosary beads. Do you pray with them, or just hold on to them when you talk to him?
Both.
There's no way for me to know that. But then I keep seeing
No.
boot. Did you have his boots when he passed, or did you
I
just
do.
find them?
I still have them.
So
He had
that's
2 pair,
so they're
and our
something memorial to
grandson
you.
took one of them.
So there's no way for me to know about the boots of the rosary, correct?
Right.
He's sitting out like I see him sitting out. I don't know if it's what they call a lanai, or you want to call it like a outside where you just walk out on the patio.
Uh-huh.
And he has his hands up like this, leaning back on the chair, and there's a big, beautiful sunset or beautiful view. That's where he's at. So if you can remember him this way, this is where he's at, and he wants you to know he's okay.
Okay.
He says he loves you, and he hears you when you talk to him every day. He's there, but he wants you to heal so he can get through more.
Okay.
He says, I'll always love you forever. You'll always be my sweetheart. Seems like he's still in love with you.
He's a
So I'll
good
be there
man.
soon. Just say goodbye. Did that sound like him?
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Paul.
God
I
bless you.
really
Thank you.
needed that.
You did. I'm so glad you were able to get on. It was just at that very moment that we're going to switch over. So I'm glad that you got the
That
that we
helps me
needed.
a lot. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye-bye,
Thank you.
everybody. I don't know how to get out, so you got to take
Okay,
me
so I
out.
think there's a button up there, like like the camera. If you just hit it, it should be like a mark and like take you out.
I
Let's
don't
see.
even
Let's see if I can
remember
get you up.
where
I think I might be able to on my part. Hold on, I might be able to. Yep, there you go. It'll go. Wait a minute.
Okay.
And you guys, that's how I do readings. Again, validation's always the truth. No way for me to know about her having her husband's rosary beads. No way for me to know about the boots. Things like that. Everything was accurate and validated, and she needed to hear that. So readings should always be about healing, and that's basically how it should be. 100,000 Ks. Thank you guys for those taps. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Keep those taps going. Thank you. Get me at least close to 200. That'd even be better. But this is how I do it, you guys. So if anybody's interested in a private reading, where when I say private, nobody knows what's been said, just message me. See my Facebook page. So there's a picture up there, and under my picture is a link goes directly to my Facebook page. Click on that, and just say that you're interested in a reading. And then when I'm done, I'll go back and I'll schedule a reading with you. A half hour is 85. An hour is 155 for Zoom or phone. And it's a lot cheaper than most mediums, and I give a lot of validation in my readings. So it's a lot better than what people are charging nowadays. So something to think about. Thank you, Karen. Let me see who the next people are. I'm in the United States of America.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Oh my gosh, I cannot
Um,
believe this is happening.
I'm good. What's your name?
Jennifer?
Have I done a reading for you before? Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Have I done a reading for you before?
No, sir.
Okay. And then who do you want me to connect with?
My dad,
What's his first and last name?
John Michael, but he went by Mike.
So there's no nickname. So it's John Michael. Is his real name?
Yes, and he went by Mike.
His last name's Michael.
No. He went by Mike.
Okay. So again, there's no nicknames in heaven. So what was his born name?
Oh, John Michael.
John Michael. What's his last name?
Knee, just like the body part.
A what?
Knee, just like the body part.
D.
No, knee.
Me. So does he have a dad or grandpa with the same name?
Yes, his father was John as well. Yes.
It's hard for me to hear you. So he's a junior.
I don't think he was junior, but his dad's name was John.
But is his dad alive?
No,
So his dad's dead with the same name.
with the same first name. Yes.
So that would tell me that he would be a junior.
I thought the middle name had to be the same to be a junior.
I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go with what I'm doing. I'll just put junior at the end again, like I told the lady before. Times where I can't control that when other spirits will jump in with that
Okay.
same name,
Okay.
and you can't blame me because I cannot do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you're an overthinker. I already see that with you. So what I'm going to tell you right now, take some deep breaths, allow the message to get through, because people that are logical thinkers, and people sometimes they don't mean to, but they'll block themselves out of a reading. And before I know it, they'll be like, nope, that's not him, not even close. Nope. And then they automatically shut themselves out because they're focused on that one part that I didn't get right. Okay. I'm human. I
Right.
tell these people all the time, I'm human and I'm honest about it. I'll make mistakes, but you got to focus on the majority of the message that needs to be said to you so that you can get healed or what it's important. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So just be open as much as you can. Don't focus on that one thing because it'll mess up your own rating. And I've had people do that to me before. John Michael Nee Jr., right?
Yes.
Your dad had a complicated death towards the end. It looked like it was kind of complicated. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
He doesn't want you guys to remember him that way because, again, just like the last reading, a lot of spirits don't like us to remember them how our loved ones passed. Your dad is thanking you for always checking in on him and helping him whenever you could at the time. I don't know that you're with him or what he's talking about. Were you living with him or were you in the hospitals? What is he talking about?
No, he was just my best friend, and when he passed away, I was living out of state, but I came as much as I could, and I ended up here the day before when it wasn't planned. I got to see him the day before.
But you just answered that question though, so yes, that would be a yes. If you go back to your words. I'm just saying that's what, what he's telling me. So he's just basically thankful. He's thanking you for being there at least. Your dad notices that you're changing as you're getting older. And he tells me that because he's been watching you, that you have problems of forgiving at times. You have a lot of stuff built up. And as you get older, it affects your moods more and more because you're not allowing that to, it's like so when we don't forgive or carrying on something we don't need to. When you forgive, it doesn't give that person or people the right to what they've done to you or whatever it was, the situation. But you need to release that and so that you can be free of it and be happy because it's affecting your moods all the time. And he sees that and he's worried about you. Your dad like to fish or be in your water. Pay attention to the dragonflies. When the dragonfly lands on you, follows you around or gets your attention in a weird way, like not normal dragonflies, that could be a sign of your dad.
Okay.
And then I get told the blue jays, so pay attention to the blue jays around your house or when the blue jay is just like da-da-da and trying to get your attention or fly near you, and then they go away. You're going to know. It could be any blue jay, but if you'll pick up on it, if you're sensitive, just watch him. You'll know it's him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Your dad has always been proud of you, always been independent and everything. He's always been admired that about you. He says, don't change in who you are by that. You live on the country,
I live in town, but my town's a small country town.
so you get like elk and deer things roaming around sometimes.
Deer, yeah.
So pay attention to the buck deer when it stops and looks right at you for a while before it moves on. So that would suggest to me that your dad would be like a leader. When I see deer, it's not all the time, but sometimes it can mean a hunter. But just like the leader, the protector of the family, always watching over everybody. So that's just a sign that of his spirit.
It just happened.
And now I'm seeing feathers. You've been seeing feathers falling down, or you picking up feathers anywhere?
Yeah.
That's your dad.
I have one on my dashboard in my vehicle.
Your dad kind of dresses kind of casual, t-shirt, jeans, light brown hair, blondish brown hair. Because I don't know, it's always light color because I see people for 2-3 seconds and they're gone. Was that him?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's got dogs with him he talks about.
Oh, good.
He's got a beautiful house out in the country.
I took my dog back from him the day before he died.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't there with him.
He says, don't feel bad. I'm always there. And he goes, honey, I'm there more than you think I am. Did your dad, when you were younger, or at some point in your life, did you get a car from him? I don't know. I know I could be wrong on the color, but is it blue and white, or is it like a blue or something? I can't see things really quick.
It was originally blue, but it had a paint job. Now it's red. He left it to me when he passed.
So does that make sense that your dad gave you that? It was validation. So I was asking him, well, give me something specific. And
I've been trying really hard to
her a
get.
car.
Yeah, he gave a '69 Corvette.
Wow. It's beautiful. Those are beautiful cars.
I've been trying to get someone to help me work on it to get it running, but yeah.
He says you both love that car.
We did.
And do you have something on your car rearview mirror or that rearview mirror? I just saw something about him or something significant.
I'm not sure about the Corvette rear view. I don't have anything on mine.
Okay. I just want to make sure because like if that's something I don't want to guess. I just see things so quick I throw them out there.
The feather that I have on my dash in my vehicle is from a white peacock that just showed up one day sitting on top of his vehicle.
It's him. Because your dad's unique like that. And so if you think about his personality, he's unique. So he's going to find a unique feather to put on like that to let you know it was him. Your dad says he loves you. He goes, don't you worry, honey. Everything's okay. You talk to me more. You know I'm going to be there. He goes, Dad's never going to leave you. We'll talk soon, sweetheart. Love you. Goodbye. Did that sound like him?
Yeah.
Did that blow your mind a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
It happens. It's like there's no way for me to know any of this stuff. But I just give the validation and the healing messages and it helps people.
Thank you so much. I wish you could help with how to get over it.
I know. Like when I've done so many readings and I could tell you what does help a little bit, and it ain't going to be the cure. Is what I get. The majority, if you ever watch my readings, and I hear it's like probably the number one all the time, the spirits always say, don't remember me how I died. Because I think naturally, even I do that with myself, with my mom, that she passed away, and I try not to do it. But we carry that with us, and they don't like us to think of them. Like we always worry like that they suffer, all these questions in our head. Oh my God, what's happening? Where are they? I can't believe I've seen that. Is that how death is like? And the majority of times when we died, the spirit's already out of the body. It's just they're watching their body, just waiting for it to go so that they can go into light. They wait for that cord to snap. And once that cord snaps between them, they're able to go back in light with their family. They don't feel anything. But to us, we see it. Death looks very tragic, and to all of us. So just try to remember him, how he loved you, and try to remember him and how he described himself today to you, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And that will help you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Thank you. You too.
That's how I do readings. So you guys, if you're interested in a reading, you see my picture on here. There's a link under it. there's a link that goes to my new Facebook page. Don't go to my old one. This one is the best way. People will try to search for me, and they go to these sites on here or on Facebook that are copies of me, and they get scammed. So right here, there's a link under my picture. Go to that one, message me on there, and I can schedule a reading with you. That's the best way I'm going to tell you guys. A half hour is 85, an hour is 155. For an hour, I can do Zoom or I can do a phone reading. A half hour is 85, and it's private, so nobody knows what's being said. I don't put this stuff out there for my private readings. And if you guys want a reading where I connect with your spirit guides, if you have for each question is $10, and I'll post on here my Venmo, and you just pay the $10 on my Venmo or my Cash App, and so the best way is on here on TikTok. You just say that you give me your first and last name, and then what I need you to say is if it's paid, and I'll check if it's paid. Then ask the question, and within 24 hours I will do that, and I will give you your answers you need. And people who are subscribers, who have subscribed, for you on Tuesdays, I'll be on here and doing a reading. Maybe like a quick reading for you, or just hang out with you guys on here. So Tuesdays are your days for me to hang out with you guys and answer questions for you guys. So that's between, I think, between 3 and 4 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesdays. So I have a class I do later that day, so I have to make sure I get that fit in there, because they always help me out. Thank you, JJ and Jess. I appreciate you. And JJ and Jess, I'm still going to work on getting your moderator on here. I saw that. Thank you for showing me that. I haven't had time. It's been a really busy day, but I will do that. Thank you. If I forget, give me a heads up and I will do it. All right, thanks. Let me see who else I got on here. Maybe I can sit you. Thank you, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. And what's your first and last name?
Karen?
I don't need your last name, but your first name. Sorry, just your first name?
Karen?
Karen. Have you had a reading with me before, Karen?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Have you had readings before?
Yes,
Do you have a medium reading where you connect with somebody that's crossed over?
I have.
So I'm going to explain how this works. If you had a reading with somebody that's and they were accurate, and you want me to connect with that same spirit, my reading won't be as good as that first one, because that first one is that spirit is telling you what you need, not what you want to hear. To understand,
Okay.
spirits don't come through to talk about the good old days, normal conversation. All I do
Sure.
is ask them to deliver messages of healing and grasp whatever I can. So, like, again, if that reading was accurate and you want me to connect with that same spirit, you can't blame me if the
Oh,
reading's not accurate. Or,
okay.
the
I
way
have
you.
no expectations on that at all. I mean, I'm
Okay.
I'm open
I'd
to.
rather be real with people on that, because some people will automatically, they turn that back on me, and it's not how it
Oh
works.
no,
I get
no. I
some
was
weirdos out here that they know it, and they some people are just kind of weird that way. So Karen,
okay.
who do you want me to connect with?
My dad,
It's been a dad day today. What's his first and last name?
Andrew Joseph Dunlap.
Andrew Joseph Dunmeyer?
Dunlap, like
Dunlap.
the tire. Dunlap.
And he's a junior
Yes, he
in
was
heaven?
named after. Yes.
Okay. Again, when I have people with these names like juniors and stuff, sometimes the dads or grandpas jump in. I can't control that. I'll do the best I can.
That's okay.
Have you had a reading with him before?
No,
Okay.
not with my
So
father.
when I do connect with your dad, he's going to come to me looking young, and he's going to tell you what you need. So a lot of times they show themselves to me in their 20s. They don't look like you remember them, and they don't like us to remember them when they died. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So if you can focus and just try to be open about it. The more open you are, the more easier it is for the reading to get through. Thank you guys for the gift.
Absolutely.
But sometimes people are overthinking things too much. And like I said, I'll be honest with people. I'm never going to be 100% accurate. I think it's, but some people, they focus on that one negative part, or that one part I messed up on. And then all of a sudden it was their own reading because they can't let it go. So just
Sure.
just allow the messages to come through.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm human, I do make mistakes. I see things so quickly, but I hear things so quickly too. So give me 1 second.
Sure.
Your dad is asking for forgiveness because when you were younger, there are times he would have wished he could have been a better dad. He was not the best dad. He said he's so sorry. Like he would get off work and he'd go hang out and then come home. Does that make sense? Or he wasn't
Yeah.
the dad that you wanted him to be, and he's sorry for
Right.
that. He didn't understand what it was really like to be a dad. It wasn't that he didn't want to, because he said I had obligations, but I did love them, but it was hard for me.
Yeah.
You were with your dad towards the end.
Yeah.
You were holding his hand at some point. He said he said that girl never left my side. So he knows you were there.
Yeah.
You're just talking, you call him daddy and you're always talking to him, say daddy. You were talking to him, daddy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he heard you. He said where he was at. I don't know if he was unconscious, but he was so badly wanted to tell you I have to go. He kept saying I need to go. I have to go. And then he knew he had to go. But he was trying to let you know that. I don't know if you picked up on that towards that time, but yeah, he was trying to let you know it's okay. He's ready to
Yeah.
go.
I did know.
Your dad had a smell to him, an aftershave or some kind of smell sometimes to him. You might
Yeah.
pick up on that smell. I smelled it really quick. So that would suggest to me that when he might be walking by, you might smell that for a few moments. And that would be your dad just walking by. And it's okay to say hi. Thank you guys for the gifts. She says that he's visited you in dreams, but he says there are also sometimes where you're sitting at that table having a conversation with them, and he's with his cup and he's sitting there talking to you. So I don't know what that means if you're just thinking of him where you're sitting there, but he says, I'm with my cup. So he knows when you're talking to them. Every time we think of them, talk to them or talk about them, they're literally right there. So he's sitting right there, like he's sitting right there.
Okay.
So he comes to me in his 20s, blondish brown or light brown hair, short light brown hair or something, and I see him with some facial hair in his 20s. Is that him?
Yeah.
Like a mustache, I think, and he's smiling. Did he like being outdoors?
He did like being outdoors.
I see him,
Camping.
that's exactly what I'm seeing. So I don't see the camping, but it reminds me of camping. So I'm seeing like a stream behind him, and then I see all these big trees behind him, like the pine trees, which suggests that he liked to camp or something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
He loved dogs. He said he got 3. And as you know, that's where he would live in the country. He's got a beautiful home there. Did he like giving change to you when you were a kid or something? Always pulling up coins or something to you?
Yeah.
I'm seeing like I just got a vision of like coins, and he's going like that. So don't be surprised when you start seeing pennies like around dimes in certain areas. You're like, hey, where did that come from? They know we're going to be half the time, so they will do that sometimes. So when you start finding these coins, just know it's just think your dad.
Okay.
You were very close to him.
Yeah.
The reason why you're so close to him because you both have that same personality. You got your dad's personality. You guys have so much alike. Was he in the military?
Yeah.
Pay attention to the eagle. The eagle was a lot of times spirit will come if they were in the military. They're very proud and they'll come as an eagle. And there's
Okay.
if you think of an eagle, I mean, so many things you'll say about the eagle. The eagles are the closest one to the creator. Native Americans believe that because they fly really high up there. They're fighters. They'll fight bears. They'll fight anything down there. They're not afraid of a lot of things, and they're very protective of their family. So pay attention to that if you've seen them soaring around you. Sometimes that's your dad. And then,
Okay.
do you have his medals, or did you?
No.
Did he have some kind of medal? Was he talking about
Um,
maybe what's the medals up here? Or did he earn medals?
he didn't, not that I know of, but I have his discharge papers
Okay.
and I have his flag from when he
He's in the
was
military.
was
Okay.
buried. Yeah.
So pay attention to the medals because he kept talking about medals. I don't know what that means, medals. So I just
Okay.
throw that out there.
Okay.
What do you want to ask or say to him?
The only thing that I've often wondered is that he's been gone a long time, for over 40, 45 years. And I didn't feel him. I wanted to feel him around me because I totally believe that that is a possibilities, and I've always believed it. And I've had 2 dreams that were real vivid with him in these dreams, but in each dream he was avoiding me. And I couldn't understand what that meant. And maybe you can't explain that to me.
Like in the
But
dreams, he wasn't talking to you?
yeah, he didn't want me to know that he was there. And he was like, when he found out that I knew he was there, I even spoke to him in one of them, and he didn't answer me, and he snuck out the back
Because
door.
he's trying to let you know he was there, but you're not ready yet. That's what that means. That means at that time you were mourning, and he was doing his best to get in there. But when you're mourning like that, either you're not remembering the dreams, or a lot of times I get that a lot, and then he just validated that she wasn't ready. So you just try to be open and try to be heal yourself a little bit more, and then and talk to him every night before you go to sleep. Say dad,
Okay.
and think of his first and last name, and say visit me every
Okay.
night, and eventually they will. You just got to keep getting on
Okay.
them. And it might not be that night, it might be, who knows? But eventually they'll jump in. You just got to keep asking them.
Okay. I'll do that.
Can that help you?
Yeah, it sure did. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
God bless.
appreciate everything you've
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you.
So that's how I do readings, you guys. Validation. It's so funny that these trolls on here that think I have to be 100% accurate on my readings. And I just said that a million times. I'm not 100% accurate. If I'm at least 89, 90% accurate, or 95, whatever it is, I'm not. There's that 1% that these a-holes on here will focus on. And to me, that tells me they got something wrong up there. That's on them more than me. Because I'm being real about myself. I'll be honest. I am human. I make mistakes, right? So if you're gonna sit there and focus on that one mistake, and you're gonna try to trip me out and have people come at me like that, it ain't gonna work. I'd rather be real with people than fake. Thanks, guys. Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna 1 second here. I need to bring something to quick. So if you guys want to schedule a private reading with me, all you have to do is message me. And the best way to message me is there's a link under my picture right there. Under the go to that one. Don't search for me on the internet because there's fake profiles on there that people are scamming. And I have one that was taken down. Well, not taken down. It was hacked, and they keep it up there on Facebook. So the best way is to follow me and message me on Big Sky Medium. Click. There's a picture that, up there, and under it you click under it. There's goes to my link. Click on that link. A half hour is 85. An hour is 155. Please do not message me for free readings on there because I ignore those ones. And the reason I ignore them because it's not fair for the people on here that are waiting patiently. So, and people say, well, I can't afford a reading. You know what? If you can go to McDonald's, you can get a haircut. Yeah, you can afford a reading. Save your money. There's no excuse for it. And I've heard it all. So don't try to don't guilt trip me saying you can't afford readings. I've been around doing this a long time, and I know how people are. I get that. That's why I do free readings on Sundays. I tell people, and I explain how it works. And I don't like people trying to jump in to other people saying, can you connect with my dad? And I'm like, are you, so I say, do you want to schedule a reading? Well, I thought it was for free. No, it's not for free. It's only free when I'm doing it on lives. Come on. Try to get yourself above everybody. I don't like that. It's not cool. Thank you guys for the gifts. So again, and how it works is all you have to do is the picture up here. There's a link under it. You click on that link. It goes directly to my Facebook page. Message me on there saying you want to schedule. Some of you just saying something on there about it. I just explained it. It's really easy to do. And if you guys want to, if you want me to answer questions, $10 for every question. And here's my Cash App and my Venmo if you want me to do that. And how this will work is on TikTok. You put your first and last name on there, ask me the question, and then tell me if it's paid. I'll double check if it's paid. And if it's paid, I will answer the question for you. It's $10 per question. If you have more than one question, just put more money into it. It's like, every question is $10. No big deal. I know people don't listen. I can sit here and explain this a million times, and even though it's the same people I see on here too that keep asking the same questions, it's not. Some of it's not even the new people. So it's just kind of really crazy. Just questions that you have, questions about your job, questions about your relationships. I don't know. Everybody's got different questions they want to ask. I don't know. What's bothering you, what's on your heart, I can find out. I can go check. I can find out. No big deal. It's a lot easier than, because it's a lot easier for me to do it that way than answer questions on here when I can't focus. I'll answer questions within 24 hours. Hello?
Hi.
Hello. Thank you guys. I'm just waiting for you to jump on. What's your name? Hello?
Yes. My name is Jillian.
Have you had a reading before, Jillian?
I never have. I've always tried, but it never have.
Okay, so who do you want me to connect with?
My father,
What's his first and last name?
David Sanford. Like Sanford and
David.
like Sanford and Son.
Sorry for your loss. How long has it been since he's crossed over?
I believe it was 2016.
Oh, what's that? It's hard for me to hear you.
It was December 2016.
All right. So when I do connect with him, he's going to show himself looking young. He won't look like you remember him. He's going to tell you what you need, not what you want to hear. You understand that?
Yes.
Your dad tells me he's sorry that he felt like he let you down before he passed away. And I said, what do you mean by that? And you guys weren't getting along, or you guys weren't saying things. You guys weren't close or something. There was something that was a divide between you guys. You understand that? And so he's saying, I want her to forgive herself, and I hope she forgives me, but I don't want her to go on life worrying about that anymore. So he says, I love her, and I want her to let it go, because my love for her is unconditional. It outweighs everything, and I hope she does. Does that make sense?
Spot on, Paul.
He's been known to mess with the lights in the kitchen and the bathroom in the past. He's been known to drop things around the house to get your attention because you're not paying attention sometimes. So things are falling. They have fallen in the past.
Yes.
Blue Jays and Robins with him.
Say that again.
Blue Jays and Robins is what he told me. So like a robin would be like, you ever see a robin when they're nesting? They're very protective birds. They're good teachers. And but robins, I think too, like they come and they go, like they're there for a while, for a season, and then they come and then they leave for a season. Does that make sense? Does that sound like him?
Yes.
And then everybody, then also with the Blue Jays, they're just like I call those spiritual birds. Like your dad in the dream was trying to reach out for you and hug you, and he thinks there was a time when he tried doing that. I don't know if you remember this dream, but you turned away because you weren't ready because of your subconscious, not ready to forgive. And that's what that was about. Do you remember that dream?
Yes.
Really? So there's no way for me to know that. But you guys must have had some really hard pain between the both of you.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. But I hope you forgive yourself and forgive him so that you do what I want you to do. That's the message.
Divorced at a very young age.
What's that?
My parents divorced at a very young age. And I didn't see him much growing up. And he picked me up ever so often, And he was close with all my other siblings because they're older and I was the youngest. And I was always a mama's girl. And so we did have that. He had his favorites. Let's say that. And I did have a dream. And it was just like that. And things have been falling.
And he understands that it was your subconscious, your soul, because you weren't ready to forgive. You weren't ready. That's what it was. Because he was trying to reach out to you. And it's okay. He's kind of a rugged looking man. That's how I see him in his 20s. Like he's got that look of beard going on, like blondish or light brown hair. And it's light brown hair, the beard. And it's another time, obviously. T-shirt, like again, T-shirt and jeans kind of guy.
Do you see a beer belly?
There was one dog he talks to me about. He has one dog next to him.
Maggie.
It's a bigger dog. Like a bigger dog. So he's got this dog with him.
Yep. I'm glad.
Your dad loved the ocean, so he's got a beach house that overlooks the beautiful view. Your dad says, I just want you to be happy. I want you to live your life and not dwell on this anymore. I want you to move on and so you can forgive and be happy for once. Because that's my biggest wish for you. If any birthday wish, any wish that you ever had, do that for yourself. Because you have it within you. Because my love for you is still unconditional. I'll always be there for you.
And he told us that.
He says, I love you, kiddo. He said, goodbye.
Is there any way I could ask him something?
Hold on, let's see if I can connect with him again. Who's ready to go? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yeah. What is it?
Okay, I just want to know about how he feels about his ex-wife and his brothers and my brothers. If we did the right thing.
Be more if you ask a question like that, you have to be specific because it can go in different directions.
Okay.
You have to go right to the point.
Okay. Dad, did we do the right thing with Dana?
Yes, thank you. Because that meant a lot.
And are my brothers going to be okay?
They need prayers because they have their free will. They're struggling.
Yes.
So you got to get prayers to them
Absolutely.
every day. Because I don't know the future, honey. I don't know the future, but we got to pray.
Thank you. Thank you. I just hope that we didn't hurt him by abandoning his wife. But
He said, knock it off and you forgive yourself. Quit doing that to yourself. Forgive. It was the message for me to tell you is to forgive and not dwell on it anymore. Quit digging up the bone that's been buried. Let it go.
yeah.
It was the past. The past. You forgive and you move on. Be happy.
Okay.
Just remember what I told you. If you want really happiness, I'm not just saying it because I mean it. I'm telling you right now, forgive. That's what's holding you back.
Absolutely.
Because I love you.
I love you, Dad.
So goodbye again.
Thank you, Paul.
Does that sound like him?
Yes, it did. It did.
What's that?
It did. I mean, when you said the light or the lights, my husband's bedside table lamp has turned on by itself and fallen over onto the bed. And this has happened 3 times now.
It's him.
I know.
Just talk to them. They always hear us. Every time we think of them, talk to them, or talk about them, they're really with us. It draws them to us. So it's part of that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. God bless.
All right, you're doing God's work. God bless.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Why won't it?
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
I'm just waiting for you to get on.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, what's your name?
Season?
Have I done a reading for you before? Or have you
No.
had a reading?
No.
Okay. And then who do you want me to connect with?
My fiance, Aaron. James Aaron Navarro.
Okay, so his first name, sorry for your loss. His first name's James.
Yes.
James Aaron Navarro.
Yes.
Sorry for your loss. How long has it been since he's crossed over?
It's been 2 years. Passed away from COVID.
Oh, don't tell me anything. Yeah, don't tell me anything because he's going to tell me, okay? That's how I get validation. Some people that's why I always tell people never tell a medium anything because they can feed off of it, especially the fakes and the phonies. So,
Right.
and I don't like to be led on anything. So I always want the spirit to tell me, not what the person tells me, if that makes sense. I might ask you, like, if I got the right spirit from time to time, if I'm on the right subject. Does that make sense? Thank you for subscribing, whoever subscribed it. But yeah, just don't tell me too much. I just allow them to work through me so I can do that.
Okay.
He says that his death was like an accident. kept saying it was not his fault. You understand that? Was this an overdose?
No.
But it was an accident, right?
Yeah, from the hospital, I think.
Something was given. Okay, so I keep getting like he took too much. Did somebody give him too much of something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just asking because I want to make sure I get the right spirit. Does that make sense? So people say they don't know. I don't know either. I'm just going with what they're telling me. That's why I thought it was an overdose, because he said it was an accident. Then I heard I took too much. So I don't know if somebody gave him too much of something. I don't know. So I don't know how he passed. So I'm just going to go with what I'm getting. He liked wearing dark clothing or something. So I see him like wearing, I know in heaven there's no black because black's the absence of light. So then when I see him wearing like a dark blue or dark purple, that would suggest that maybe they used to wear black. So I've seen him and he's also has dark brown hair and he wears a hat, or brown hair and he wears a hat, correct?
Well, he had lost his hair, but
So when I see them, they always look healthy. They always look like in their 20s.
right.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Now I think about it. This is me saying it. So when he talks about he had COVID, you told me he had COVID, right? But then he says it was like an accident, but then it took too much. What does he mean? Like it took too much of what? Did he die from the shot?
No, so he couldn't get the shot of the disease that he had, and I can't pronounce the name of it, but he had it when he was younger, and because he had that, he couldn't get the shot. And so, yeah, we don't know. We're thinking the hospital gave him too much of, because it happened overnight. The hospital,
So you guys
did
felt
it,
like there's something that wasn't right.
but I can't prove it.
Well, I think he validated that for you, because like you knew it, and he told you. There's no way for me to know that. So yeah, he knew. Like he knew that how he died. He said it. At first, I thought it was like an overdose, but it wasn't. It was just basically that somebody gave him too much, and we
Yeah,
kept
'cause
saying it was an accident.
he couldn't breathe, and yeah.
He doesn't want you to remember him that way anymore. Please, he goes, remember me how I lived. Don't remember me being sick. And and you're blaming yourself. He says she blames herself. I heard him say that. Quit blaming yourself, he says. Quit blaming yourself. What are you blaming yourself for? Like you could have done more?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. When I connected with my guides one time, I asked them about COVID. And it's going to be really hard for some people to swallow when I tell them this. God doesn't do things to be mean. So a lot of times when the COVID hit, a lot of people died, whether it be from the shot or, which is really rare, but usually from the COVID. What I was told is the COVID thing came and it was God's way of taking people at that time. You know, we never know when we're going to be taken. God will take you many people at one time, or he'll take you to different areas at some time. We don't know his ways. But it was basically James' time was up. Like God never promises us, any of us, we're going to live to be old. I mean, our minds always want to be, I guess, but nobody knows. We can die in our sleep. We can die in a bad accident, get shot. Nobody really knows. But when the Spirit tells me that it was their time, his timeline was up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So don't blame yourself. God
Thank
doesn't do things to be mean. In fact, he wants you to get close to him. We have a lot of lessons we need to learn. Just better forgive yourself. There's nothing you could have done.
Okay.
Nobody would have known. You didn't know. Nobody knew.
No. So just let it go? I mean,
So basically, find a way of journaling it every day.
okay.
Get it out. Journal that pain out.
Okay.
And even if you don't want to, there's going to be days you don't want to and you're just depressed or angry. Do it anyways. Because that's the only thing that's going to push it out.
Yeah.
Get that anger, that pain, the guilt, whatever it is. You need to get that negative stuff out because you have it built right here. And it's going to affect you your whole life and you're never going to be happy. You're going to be miserable, depressed, unless you choose to get yourself out of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're
Is he
you're
going to
going, you're
wait for
going
me on the
deeper
other
into that
side?
darkness. What's that?
Is he waiting for me on the other side?
He calls you babe. He said absolutely. So yes, he is.
That's what
He
he
says
called me.
the thing is that Susan, the thing I'm going to tell you is with times when people lose their spouses, they I don't know if this is you, but sometimes people want to commit suicide and they want to be with them. And that's probably the natural thinking, the negative thinking in people's brain. And I'm going to tell you something. If you try to do that, you will never see him again.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not the
100%.
way to get closer to them.
Yeah. I understand that.
But people get to that way. So I hope you don't ever think that way. And if you do, you pray against it. You
Yeah.
ask God for help.
Right.
And you journal that stuff out.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You were the one that got him out of hell so many times. You were his best friend. You guys are soulmates. You were meant to be together. And you were never the same. Like you spiraled quick after his death. You had a lot of hope. And then when it came, it stabbed you like a knife in the heart. That's what he told me. But he says, babe, I'm here for you. I've always been here for you.
Cool.
He talks about the ring. You still wearing the ring? Something about the ring? He talks about the ring. He's saying ring.
Bracelet.
Bracelet? Were you supposed to get you a ring?
No, we hadn't gotten rings yet. It was a
But we got-
bracelet. It was a bracelet.
Was that like a promise thing?
Yeah.
So the next thing would have been the ring?
Yeah, actually, it was supposed to be November 11th, but he passed away September 5th. We were supposed to be
So it's
getting.
close.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So.
He says, we're soulmates. It doesn't matter because when you come up here, we're going to get married anyways. And he goes in paradise. It's not going to be like it is down there.
Cool.
I said, what does your private heaven look like? He says, I don't have one. He goes, I'm always out here traveling between down there and up here. Even if I had a place, I would never be settled. Does that sound like him?
Yes.
He says he's like a nomad. Like he's always going he's always like going.
Yeah, 100%.
He doesn't like to be stuck in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonflies, and I also visit her as blue jays. So pay attention to those ones. He likes to hide things from you and he thinks it's funny, but it pisses you off.
He
Like,
used
when
to do that when he was alive.
So he's still doing that now. And he goes, I try to find pennies down there and I try to leave them around so you know it's me. So he's trying to find these pennies and flip them around the house or something. If you find a penny, it's going to be him, is what he's saying.
Okay.
I said, what else do you do to let your wife know you're around? He goes, things always happen around her. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. He goes, the lights, things fall from the wall. Things are always going on in that damn house. She goes, she knows it's me.
Yeah.
She talks to me all the time and she asks me to do things and I do it for her because she knows I'll do it. So he did it. He goes, I got you, baby. He goes, you know it's me. I'm never going to leave you. I just want you to be happy again.
Yeah.
He says, I miss your pretty smile. He goes, if I could do anything when I was down there, if I can do it up here again, I would. Because I know you like surprises, and I would definitely surprise you. Don't get me wrong, I'm never going to leave you. I see him like always around you, like he's very touchy-feely with you, cuddling with you on the couch and laying in bed. He's always behind you. So he's never left you. Do you feel him when he's laying there or behind you?
Yeah, I do.
It's funny because I can hear him. I see him. I hear him. I can see him like whispering in your ear. And I don't know if you're getting it yet. I think he's trying to say things to you yet. Now, you might hear it telepathy-wise, or you might hear it that way, but pay attention to the message. When you
Okay.
start getting healed, you're going to heal. You're going to know. You're going to know it's him.
Okay.
Almost like he's giving you a high five or something. High five or something. Is there anything you want to say to him before he goes?
Just I love him very much, and I hope he's proud of me.
I'm more proud of you now than ever. You're going through the hell right now, and you're working your way out. But you're not alone. You think you're alone in this? You're not. You call me. Because I've always had your back. I told you that a million times.
Yeah.
You're my girl. I'm always going to help you. Because I love you. That's something to buy. Does that sound like him?
Yeah, 100%.
That blow your mind?
What's that?
That blow your mind?
Yeah, like 100%. Like I was not a believer before this, but now I'm 100%. So thank you.
You're welcome. You got a lot of validation. It's so interesting when you studied COVID, and I told you not to say anymore, but I think it's important because then he comes up and says it was an accident, and then he said I took too much of something, so somebody gave him too much, and you validated that like you knew it. There's no way for me to know that either.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird because I was in the room with him. I went to the cafeteria to get a drink, and I came up, and they had already put him in a medical induced coma, like without even permission or anything. And then he was pretty much
So
gone.
that might have what took him down is they might have took too much, so they gave him too much of something.
That's what we've been wondering. So
But Susan, you got to find a way of forgiving yourself, forgiving them,
thank you.
and forgiving. It's going to take time, but you got to journal, like he says. You got to get that stuff out there every day. You got to do it. You got to push yourself.
Okay. All right.
You're going to
Thank
be
you
okay.
so much. Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you. Bye.
So this is how I do my readings. I get validation. Validation is always the truth. So, yeah. So basically, that's how I do things. So if you guys want a private reading with me, a private reading, nobody can hear it, just me and you. A phone reading is $85 for a half hour. An hour would be $155 for Zoom or a phone. It's really easy. All you have to do is message me, and the way you message me, see that picture that's up there, my picture? There's a link under that picture. You click on that link, and that's how you message me. It's a lot easier that way. And just go with that. That's probably the fastest way, and I can get through it one at a time, and after I'm done, and I can schedule readings with you. If you guys want, if you're interested in me answering questions for you, for every question I answer, it's $10, and all you have to do is pay me on a Venmo or on my Cash App. And then on TikTok, you put your first and last name on here, like when you message me, your first and last name, and then you ask the question and tell me that you paid. And when I get a chance, within 24 hours, I will respond. And here's my info on my Cash App and my Venmo. So it's $10 for every question you have. And just and let me know. So you just message me on TikTok, your first and last name, the question you have, and tell me it's paid, and I'll answer that for you. It's pretty easy. And people, also all the people that have subscribed, all my subscribers, Tuesday's your day. I'll come on here for you guys and just hang out with you guys. Maybe do a couple quick readings for you guys. It's my way of giving back every Tuesday for you guys for showing your support too. Thank you guys for all the taps on here, by the way. I love it. You guys are awesome. You got me past 200,000. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you guys for the gifts. You guys didn't have to do that. Thank you. Also, my yes, you guys are awesome. They volunteer their time on here. They don't get paid, and what they do is they kind of clear this stuff up so I don't get distracted doing readings. So these guys always are awesome on here, so they're the best. So thank you guys, Paco and Karen, any other moderators on here that I'm missing. Also, thank you also for Jess and Jill. I think it's your guys' name. I'll get you guys as moderators soon. If I don't, just remind me and I'll do that. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And make sure you guys follow me because I'm always on here on Sundays helping people out. Thank you. You guys take care. God bless.